For regular viewers of this channel, it comes as no surprise that I regularly switch between games before the grind really starts to hit me, and this is especially true with the main game for the channel. This weekend I came across an advertisement for the game No Man's Sky, a game that I already had in my Steam library, having purchased it for the Steam Deck around late 2023. And I thought, why not jump back into this game after getting distracted shortly after purchasing it. Many of you will have heard about No Man's Sky, likely due to its somewhat rocky start. At release, this game overpromised and underdelivered, like the recently released Starfield, and also had to fight for the rights to have Sky in its own name. But having settled the highly unusual dispute behind the scenes, the developer proceeded to work towards exceeding those very expectations it had failed to meet, and today we have one hell of a game. For starters, this is a live service multiplayer space exploration game with no microtransactions, no battle pass, no DLC, expansions. It's all good old-fashioned single purchase for the game, with every content update broadening the appeal of the game to bring in new players, such as myself. I guess I had better talk about the game then, hadn't I? No Man's Sky is a space-based exploration game with a game world so huge that outside of stations and trade hubs, you'll rarely encounter another player unless you team up with a friend to explore in this vast universe. And boy oh boy is it vast. According to an article by GameRant, this game has over 18 quintillion planets. 18 quintillion. Yeah, I'd love to be able to tell you what you can uncover whilst exploring in this game, but I literally haven't even started scratching the icing on this cake with my mere total 20 hours of gameplay in this game. And if mindlessly exploring this game sounds a little too much, don't worry, because this game has so much more going for it. Alongside the many story-driven missions to give you some direction, you can also upgrade your character's equipment, starship, acquire your very own freighter, build your base, customise your character's appearance, obtain your very own companion pet, complete missions, fly around shooting at anything that moves, and take part in time-limited events called expeditions. Expeditions are story-driven events that run for 6 weeks only, and essentially have everyone starting with a fresh character and a fresh ship. Upon completing the expedition, you unlock rewards that carry across to your other saves. I wish I could say more about expeditions, but only having just started my first expedition playthrough, you're gonna have to wish me luck on this one. So far in No Man's Sky though, I have repaired my exosuit and ship, set up a base at the bottom of a dark pit surrounded by what can only be described as Rancor straight out of Star Wars, accidentally shot at a trade ship when mining for asteroids, hid underground multiple times from trigger-happy Sentinel drones, and sheltered from superheated rain. Yep, superheated rain is a thing, as well as many other environmental conditions. And those are just examples of what I've done in the past couple of hours of gameplay with almost zero familiarity with the game and playing it somewhat inefficiently. The game itself isn't difficult, and it leaves you to relax and enjoy your time. It is also cross-play between PC, PlayStation and Xbox, so you can be certain that whatever platform you choose, you can enjoy the game with your friends. That said, however, the Nintendo Switch is a whole other story and is almost entirely single player, which is somewhat understandable given the hardware limitations involved. As for my experiences with it on the Steam Deck, all of the footage that you're seeing is recorded in handheld mode with the program Decky Recorder. And yes, the frame rate does drop a fair bit in places with pop-in being somewhat common, but given how amazing the game looks on Steam Deck, I can only imagine how great it looks when played on a decent gaming computer with higher settings. As for the Steam Deck, the game can be played on low settings with a frame rate set to 30 frames, and I seem to be having a battery life of around 2 hours in handheld mode. So do I recommend No Man's Sky? Hell yeah I do! A live service multiplayer exploration spaceship experience that is constantly improving without microtransactions to ruin the experience? I'm all in. Being able to grind and earn rare, high-value items in a game is all that much more meaningful when you know that everyone who has that went through the very same journey and didn't resort to the cash shop. So feel free to check out No Man's Sky if you want something else to scratch that internet spaceship's itch. At the time of recording this video, the game is on sale on Steam at 50% off, coming in at £24.99 and is frequently on sale, especially during content releases, so be sure to wishlist the game if it isn't already on sale when you happen to be watching this video in the future. That rounds off my quick review video from the perspective of a Steam Deck owner who frequently plays Eve Echoes on a mobile phone. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that subscribe button, and in the meantime, fly casual in No Man's Sky.